Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming. I'm your host Richard, and today we're here with a new series that I like to call Sharp Dressed Pokemon. Now, what this series is going to be is it's going to be different sets that I like to run for Pokemon that I use competitively. Now, like in our Team of 6 series, we kind of talk about competitive sets for Pokemon, but I'd like to go a little bit deeper with that and show you guys some sets that I like to use. Of course, these aren't necessarily the best sets for these Pokemon, so if you guys have sets you like to run, leave them down in the comment section below, and maybe I will give you a shout out in the following video. Before the video starts, I'll throw up all your suggestions for the past Pokemon. How about that for a little shout out, huh? But today, we're going to start off with one of my probably my favorite Pokemon from the 6th generation, and that is Tyrantrum. Now, just look at Tyrantrum. He is a Sharp Dressed Pokemon. He is the definition of a Sharp Dressed Pokemon. I mean, just look at that amazing beard he's got there. As you may know from my webcam, I do have a beard myself. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's a pretty good beard, but look at that amazing beard on Tyrantrum. He's got that crown, that collar, cape going on. Trust me, Tyrantrum is a sharp-dressed Pokemon. But before we can delve into using this thing competitively, we gotta kind of look at its background, see where it comes from, so we know how to use it. Now, Tyrantrum is the 697th Pokemon in the National Pokédex. Right now, he's sitting in RU on the Smogon tiers and in Pokemon Showdown. We'll see why in just a second, why he's sitting there right now. But Tyrantrum is known as the Despot Pokemon. Now, I had to look up what Despot meant. I didn't know because I'm ignorant. According to Webster, Despot is a ruler who has total power and who often uses the power in cruel and unfair ways. So, since Tyrantrum is based off of a tyrant and a Tyrannosaurus Rex, that's where they get Despot from. Now, Tyrantrum's height is 8 foot 2 inches, or for those using metric, is 2.5 meters, and its weight is 595.2 pounds and 270 kilograms for metric system. Now, I kind of was wondering what that would compare to its real life counterpart, which is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I looked up some what are they called? Hypothesized descriptions of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, since they are extinct now, so we don't know for sure. But scientists believe that they were at least 13 feet to the hip. They measure to the hip on Tyrannosaurus Rex because they could be slouched over. So they also have a length measurement, but I didn't include that here. So 13 feet to the hip, or 4 meters. And then Tyrannosaurus Rex also weighs 7.5 tons, which if we were to compare that to pounds, it's 15,000 pounds, or 6,803.89 kilograms. So that's quite a bit larger than Tyrantrum is, but Tyrantrum's still quite an incredible Pokemon, even for not being the same size as its real-life counterpart. Now, Tyrantrum's abilities, unfortunately, it only has one ability available to it at the time. Right now, Strong Jaw is its only ability it can get, which Strong Jaw increases the biting type moves by 50%. So moves like Crunch, Bite, Poison Fang, Fire Fang, Thunder Fang, what else did I skip? Poison, Thunder, Fire. There's another Fang, isn't there? Poison, Thunder, Fire. Ice Fang, and which Tyrantrum gets all of these moves. Now, unfortunately, his hidden ability, which also would be pretty good for Tyrantrum, is Rock Head, is unavailable right now. What Rock Head does is it makes it so there's no recoil to recoil moves. So moves like Head Smash, Takedown, Double Edge, all those moves wouldn't be dealing recoil back to the Pokemon. So hopefully that will come out soon, but as of the time of this video, it is not available. Now, the stats on Tyrantrum are really what holding him back. He does have a very strong attack stat at 121. But unlike other dragon types, like I just compare this like Garchomp and stuff. Garchomp is, I believe, 170 base attack, so it's like 50 points lower. But 121 is not a bad attack stat at all. But looking at his other stats, HP is 82, defense, which is 119, is actually the highest defense stat of any dragon type Pokemon that is non-legendary. So we'll be looking at that stat specifically for Tyrantrum since it is pretty high. Then special attack 69, special defense 59, and speed 71. Speed is the really big one that's holding them back. Being 71, it makes Tyrantrum pretty slow, but hopefully we can find some things to help him to make him a little more competitive. Now, moving on to just some extra things before we get to the movesets. Tyrantrum evolves from Tyrant, who is resurrected from the Jaw fossil. Now, Tyrant evolves into Tyrantrum at level 39 during the day. Kind of weird for fossils. Usually fossil Pokemon evolve at level 40, and then just kind of whenever. But for some reason with the 6th generation fossils, they added that stipulation of day or night and dropped it a level. Now, the Pokedex entry for Tyrantrum, I'm looking at the X one because it's a little more in detail than the Y one was. It says, on the X version for Pokemon, the Pokedex states, thanks to its gargantuan jaws, which could shred, in fact, thick metal plates as if they were paper, it was invincible in the ancient world it once inhabited. So it just adds more to the whole Tyrantrum being the king of the ancient times, and just essentially wrecking house in ancient times. But unfortunately, not as much nowadays. Now, we are going to move on to Tyrantrum set, so I'm going to throw out the showdown here. Alright, as you can see, I have 6 Tyrantrum on the screen. There is actually only 4 sets that I have for Tyrantrum right now, so if you guys have any sets, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And again, I'll shout you guys out in the next video so people can also see some ways to run their Tyrantrums. Now, the first one here I have is just kind of a Dragon Dance attacker. For this set, you can run Leftovers or Life Orb. I prefer Leftovers just because you do have that defense stat, so that kind of helps you take hits and then you can heal yourself. As well as, I like to run Head Smash over like Rock Slide or Stone Edge, so you're doing that recoil damage yourself and hopefully you can get it back by using the Leftovers. Now with this set, I run Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Head Smash, and Fire Fang. Dragon Dance helps get up attack and speed. You could either run Dragon Dance or Rock Polish if you just want to focus on speed, but I like the Dragon Dance because it hits both the stats. I gave him Dragon Claw for stab and Head Smash for stab. I prefer Head Smash over like Stone Edge or Rock Slide because all of those moves miss quite frequently, but I like the damage Head Smash does because it's gonna knock out a lot of things from Tyrantrum. And then the final move, I chose Fire Fang. I always think of Ferrothorn for resistances and stuff, but Poison Fang could also work really well on here for getting fairy types. I think Head Smash does plenty fine against fairies, so I wasn't too worried about that. I'd rather use Fire Fang for the steel types that are going to be coming in, resisting both the dragon and rock type moves. And then I gave him 4 HP, 252 attack, and 252 speed, and then I ran Jolly. Again, trying to focus on that low speed he has. You can run Adamant if you're not too worried about getting outsped, but I like to run Tyrantrum in UU because I think he does very well there. I might try him in OU one of these times, and we'll see how that works out. But moving on to the next set, we have a Choice Scarf set. Now, I chose Choice Scarf because I kind of wanted to show something that maybe would work for VGC, because I'm trying to get into VGC a little more. You could run Choice Scarf or Choice Band if you wanted, and this set really could do Adamant or Jolly. So that's just kind of your decision, what you kind of want to do. And since I was looking more at VGC, I did do more of the spread moves on this one. So I gave him Earthquake, Crunch, Rock Slide, and Dragon Claw. Again, Crunch can be switched out for any of the biting moves, just depending on how your team is working. If you're missing a type, Tyrantrum can work really well for filling that type with giving him those different kinds of bites. The Rock Slide works really well in VGC, hits both those Pokemon and can flinch. So that's why I'm using them for Choice Scarf, so you can outspeed and then hit him with that Rock Slide. I should actually run Jolly if I'm looking to outspeed everything. So there is that. Next, yeah, same EV spread here. So nothing too crazy. And then Choice Scarf or Choice Band, your choice, depending on what you're trying to do with them. Then next we have a more defensive set. I also really like running this set in UU. People don't really see it coming because nobody knows what Tyrantrum does even in other tiers. So for this set, Leftovers is the item I would suggest. And then this one is carrying Stealth Rock, Dragon Tail, Stone Edge, and Toxic. I decided to go for Stone Edge because I didn't want Dragon... Well, I already have a Dragon move with Dragon Tail. And then I wanted his other stab, and I didn't want to go with Head Smash because we're trying to live longer. So Head Smash makes you die quicker, so that's why I chose Stone Edge over that. And then Toxic, I just kind of threw that on there. I wasn't quite sure the last move I wanted to have. I think Fire Fang is what I usually run, but I threw in Toxic on there just to see... I'm going to try this set out at some point, but just to see how Toxic would work with a bulkier Tyrantrum. Now, for the EV spread, I gave him 252 HP, 4 in attack, 252 defense, and Impish. Again, just trying to take all the physical hits that he can, and then set up Stealth Rocks and start Dragon Tailing the other Pokemon out, and Toxic if you have to. Or Stone Edge, if you see the opening to take a Pokemon out. Now, the final set's just kind of a fun one here. I was trying to see if Assault Vest would be any good. I mean, it can be, I guess. It's not as great as, like, Amoris is more of a special defensive Pokemon, whereas Tyrantrum's a defensive fossil. Amoris is a special defensive one. So Assault Vest works better with Amoris, or Roris, or however you pronounce it. But I wanted to try an Assault Vest Tyrantrum set. So I gave it Crunch, Poison Fang, Stone Edge, and Dragon Claw. Again, you can change up the Fang attack, or the Crunch, with any of the other ones, all depending on your team. That's what makes Tyrantrum really cool, is you can switch up those moves to suit your team better. And he's always getting that, or in this case a female, is always getting 50% increase to those attacks with the Strong Jaw ability. Now with this one, they suggested the bulky sweeper with 252 attack, 252 HP, and 4 special defense. I wanted to invest a little more in special defense and normal defense instead of speed, so I gave him 252 HP, 6 attack, 100 defense, and 150 special defense. Kind of a weird spread, but that brings special defense almost all the way up to 100 and... Or it almost brings it up to 200. It's at 191 right now. EVs are a little wonky on this one. Again, it's just a for fun kind of set. So I might play around with that a little more, and maybe I'll bring it to a battle one of these times. But, oh, we have a serious nature. Let's not have a serious nature, please. Plus special defense. Where is it? Careful nature is what we want. And that brings that up to 210. So, I could actually bring this down a little bit. No. I'm just trying to think what I would move to where. I'll just leave that for now. I'll do that some other time. But, yeah, if you actually put in the nature, it'll bring it up to 210 special defense, plus the Assault Vest, which she actually isn't carrying. As you can tell, I was prepared for this. Alright. There we go. So there's the final set, the Assault Vest Tyrantrum, which I'm going to have to try out because I actually just made it for this video. So I'm going to be sure to try out the Assault Vest Tyrantrum. But thank you guys for stopping by for our first episode of Sharp Dressed Pokemon. Again, be sure to leave your suggestions for a Tyrantrum set in the comment section below. And if you try out these sets, let me know how they go. Did you just bring them to RU? Did they work there, or did you bring them up higher in the tiers, and if they were working there? And leave a like if you like this video, and also subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Be sure to check out all of our other series on the channel. All that YouTube mumbo jumbo, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!